Hello, 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 hello mga kababayan. Hindi talaga pwedeng, alam mo yan, I cannot even make myself, how do I say that, shut up kasi it's constantly parang pinapakita niyo yung, alam niyo guys, hello Emma Luya from Hong Kong. Tignan niyo po yung view natin for today. Ang ganda ng view. Nakikita niyo po. Yun. Ayan ang view. Ang sobrang ganda guys. Hello. Emalia Ober. Hello. Catherine Rolida. Hello. Mga kababayan, I think I really need to go live. Kasi para may pahayag ko lang po yung sa loobin ko because I cannot even contain how I want to objectively discuss this topic, which is a concern po sa ating lahat ng mga Pilipino, lalong-lalo na po to shed a little bit of my point of view sa mga nangyayari ngayon, lalong-lalo na doon sa tinatawag natin current issues or contemporary issues permeating our society for today, no? I'm deeply disturbed by the manner that this has been discussed by different media platforms and different personalities. Alam naman po natin mga kababayan na itong issue na ito ay talagang sobrang sensitibo ang nature niya. No? At talagang kailangan ito bigyan ng mas malaking pansin kasi nga po, it concerns also the entire Filipino people, not only those supporting PRRD. No? Yung tinatawag nating anomalous flood control projects where some individuals or some senator saying na 1 trillion daw ang amount na alam niya but the names cannot be disclosed, or to that effect hindi pwedeng sabihin yung pangalan ba or ayaw sabihin, whatever or however you want to characterize it, nasa inyo na po, diba? So ang akin lang po, this is a matter that is significant or malapit sa puso kasi parang pinapalabas kasi na wala tayong karapatang magsalita, no? Wala tayong karapatan magsalita sa issue kasi normal lang tayo na tao. And ang mga tao lang na dapat magsalita ay yung sino ba? Yung mga kongreso, yung senador lang ba? Yung mga mayayaman lang ba sa bansa natin? Sila lang ba may karapatang magsalita? I beg to disagree po mga kababayan kasi para po talaga sa akin yung topic ng anomalous flood control project is of national concern, hindi lang po national concern. Dapat pinag-uusapan po ito ng lahat. Bakit? Dito kasi po makikita nyo talaga kung sino ang mga public servants or mga individuals who wants to elevate the life of the Filipino people. Alam niyo po, bata pa lang ako, I have seen kung ano po ang ginagawa ng gobyerno when it comes to different projects. Doon po kasi sa amin, dito lang muna ako. Doon po kasi sa amin mga kababayan, ang dami pong proyekto ang ipinapakita nila, and then they're just showing it in a form of trying to elevate the experience of traveling from one location to another, no? Unang-una po, ginagawa nila yung mga kalsadang sira. Naturally, they're fixing it. But yung kalsada namang okay, walang problema, sinisira para magkaroon ng budget doon, o mabigyan nyo ng budget. I've seen that multiple times talaga, mga kababayan. Ngayon, I think it is the way of God revealing to all of us ano bang ginagawa ng mga kababayan natin, lalong-lalo na yung nasa public service, para to curb the problem constantly year after year. Minsan pa nga mas worse yung flood problem, no? Kasi it is deeply saddening yung sinabi na ng Pangulo natin na oo, kompleto na yung 5,500 control projects. And then Mother Nature challenged that statement. Pinaulan ng malakas. Pag-ulan ng malakas, lubog sa baha ang lugar. Kahit ngayon, lubog sa baha ang iba't ibang bahagi ng Maynila. Lubog sa baha ang mga lugar na kung saan may mga inintroduce, even completed ang status ng mga flood control projects, pero ni isang evidence to support that such projects were completed, hindi po talaga natin makikita. Hindi naman, it's not even, I think, alam naman yan ng karamihan sa ating mga Pilipino, ang ginagawa kasi nila, may proyekto, kailangan ng flood control projects doon. May mga contractors na magbibid, o kami gagawa ng proyekto na yan. Sometimes nga, ang ginagawa pa ng mga malalaking contractors, binibili nila yung bid ng mga maliliit na contractors. At akala mo naman, separate entity yun. Yun palang contractor na yun. Kasi para proseso kasi yan sa bid and awards committee at isang process ng pag-designate or pag-award ng project, I think, is to make sure na mayroong mga competition, ganyan, para pakita yan normally through formal ministerial function lang yan yung mga ganyan. Tapos, pag na-award na kunuhay, kasi na-outbid yung mga ganoon, kasi dito, meron din namang mga elemento na mayroong mga ibang contractors na talagang sila lang may capacity to really or completion yung mga specific projects na yon. Ginagawa nila, ina-outbid nila yung maliliit na mga contractors. Kaya nga, when an individual expressed their position on media or probably through an interview, and then mistakenly or probably hindi yun nila intentional na sinabi, but because of human nature, nasabi niya na my contractors, doon talaga it revealed to the whole world na these individuals, congressmen or sino pa yung mga meron silang mga preferred individuals or preferred entities para makakuha ng proyekto na to. Ang tanong naman natin, bakit kailangan sila talagang kumuha? Kasi po mga kababayan, meron kasi silang mga kickback or porsyento. Alam naman siguro yan ng lahat. That's not even uncommon anymore because that has been a practice from one generation to another. Kaya nga ngayon, mas vivid, na talaga, mas parang naung-nawong na talaga na pinapakita sa atin na, uy, kaya natin to because we can. Because nandito tayo sa posisyon. So gagawin natin yan. And it troubles me because these individuals are doing this, of course, for their family, for their respective families or whatnot. But kasi these individuals are flaunting their richness or their wealth or whatnot sa lahat ng mga Pilipino because I think that's part of their way of life. Kasi parang pinalaki sila ng parents nila, ang dami nating pera, kaya natin itong gawin because we can. But yung question sana natin, bilang mga anak na mga mayayaman dyan, saan ba galing tong pera na to? Is this legal? Is this illegal? Why are we this rich? If this is old money, if this is not old money, kailan ba kami naging rich? Mantakin nyo guys, 40 ang sasakyan, iba't ibang mga may matatak pa yan. Ang mga bahay, ang lalaki. Samantalang yung mga kababayan natin nasa laylayan, lalo na yung mga marginalized and ordinary individuals, they cannot even afford to have 3 meals a day. They cannot even afford to have proper health care. They cannot even afford to have access to potable drinking water. or even just regular water usage. And yet we are at the comforts of our house. Sobrang yayaman, sobrang dadami ng pera. What for? Where's the humanity in you? Nawala na ba yung pagkatao ninyo? Nawala na yung there's no human in you na? Wala nang pagmamahal para sa bayan, sa kapwa-tao ninyo? Wala na ba? Doon na lang ba tayo yung sa pinapakita na lang natin sa buong mundo? Ang kasakiman natin dahil sa pera? Ganoon na lang ba yun? Oh, yan po ang punto. Hello. Yan po ang punto ng isang ordinaryong Pilipino. Hello, ma'am. Thank you. Yan po ang punto ng isang ordinaryong Pilipino katulad ko. Katulad ko lang naman ng mga taong, alam mo, ano ba talaga ang punto ng isang public servant? Yun ba ang maging lamok at sipsipin lahat ng dugo at kaluluwa ng bawat pamilyang Pilipino? Ganoon na ba yun? And the worst part is these individuals, yung mga anak nila, saying that we don't owe anything sa mga Pilipino. Ma'am, sir, lahat po ng tinatamasa ninyo sa buhay is a product of milking the money of the entire Filipino people. This transcends political affiliation. This is about us, Filipinos. Kaya wag po ninyo akong paandar, ha? Alright. Lakas naman ng train na yun. Kaya wag po ninyo akong paandaran. Diyan sa sinasabi ninyo na you don't owe anything sa mga kababayan natin, mga Pilipino. Talaga ba? Talaga bang you don't owe anything? Hindi po dapat. Let us wake up from the hypocrisy that we are currently having right now. Totoo. Ang dami ng mga naghihirap sa atin. You don't even care. You don't even care how difficult it is for a marginalized to have food on their table. And yet you shamelessly, no, not shamelessly, you're proud to flaunt whatever wealth you have to pay such an amount for a meal or whatnot. To say that you don't owe anything sa Filipino people is a brazen move to show to the whole world that you don't even care, that you are entitled to whatever richness you have. Is that so? Is this the kind of reality you're trying to deflect or to show to the entire Filipino, to the world? Saan na po yung pagmamahal natin sa bayan? Sana po natin makikita yung pagrespeto natin sa ating compatriots. So yun po ang aking pinaka gustong sabihin. Lahat po ng ginagawa ninyo is talagang nagre-reflect yan sa kung gaano ba ninyo kamahal ang bayan. Totoo lang. Hindi ko nababasa kasi lahat ng mga Hindi ko nababasa ang mga comment niyo, guys. So i-open ko sa kabilang And I think it is also a reminder to the government to award projects to the righteous contractors, to the contractors who can deliver. Hindi naman doon i-award ninyo kasi meron kayong kickback doon. I-award ninyo kasi may contractors. Aren't you ashamed that you are even saying yung my contractors are not even part of the list na sinabi ni Pangulong Bongbong Marcos? Really? So you have a list of contractors that based lang out of your whim. Based lang sa kung sino ang gusto mong contractors ang makakuha niyang project na yan. So you have the free will to decide. Ganoon na lang yun. I cannot imagine that this is now the reality that we are having right now. Tinuod. Wala anak ko. I cannot believe that this is the kind of life we have. This is the amount of respect we give to the Filipino people. Oh, by the way, every day lumalaban ng patas sa buhay. But kung sino pa yung nasa kapangyarihan, kung sino pa yung merong supposedly platform para ma-change or to start a ripple effect that will change hundreds if not millions of Filipino lives. Hindi. Gusto niyo lang kayo lang ang mayaman. Kayo lang ang meron. Wala na kayong pakialam sa iba pa. And that is painstakingly painful to witness in today's age and time. Sobra ang... I was really deeply saddened, no? Na-shock talaga ako. Sabi ko, grabe, no? Shamelessly grabe. Hindi na nila iniisip na magpa-interview pa, dami-dami nilang yaman, ganito, ganyan. Tapos, ngayon, dinideflect niyo naman sa mga Duterte. The issue is currently now, and then you're trying to blame it now, na naman ngayon kay Congressman Pulong. You're trying to pin down na naman kay Mayor Baste, asking the mayor to ask his brother, Congressman Pulong, about the flood control projects. Pumunta ka kasi ng Davao. Tingnan mo yung Davao. Nakita nyo ba yung coastal road ng Davao? Grabe kaganda, guys. Kita nyo ba yung mga flood control projects nila? Kitang-kita na hindi talaga nilagyan lang ng bamboo. Makita nyo talaga na meron talagang, may palasakit talaga ang governance, the leadership of the Dutertes sa Davao. Makita nyo talaga. There's no question to that. Honestly, and I would like to believe that these individuals, particularly yung mga anak ng mga mayayaman na pinaaral pa kayo sa iba't ibang lugar, premier universities, napaka sa Europa, sa Amerika, kung saan-saan pa, nawala na yung humanity in you. When in fact, it is the teaching of different premium universities all over the world to look at power struggles of your respective society. You lost that. Parang nawala na, kinalimutan niya lang. It is a highlight, particularly discussing about developing countries. If nag-aral ka sa ibang bansa. And yet, you think that because you come from a family whose a family of contractors, na dami ang kayaman na, you lost your humanity in you. Nawala na talaga. Kaya nga, ang napinsan ko, Lord, kailan ba ito matatapos, Lord? Kailan ba mamumulat sa kalokohan na ginagawa ng mga individual? In this case, mga contractors, congressman, senator, sino pa yung mga involved dyan, local government units, executive, judiciary, lahat na. Kasi yan, because sa atin kasi, it's very, very common ang practice na ito. And nobody says anything about it. Kaya nga, sinasabi, paulit-ulit ko talagang naririnig si late Senator Miriam Defensor Santiago, the ever-brilliant, during the impeachment of Chief Justice Corona, she made mention. Everyone is saying that we are against corruption, we are against criminality, we are against whatever it is that put the government or the country at stake. When everyone is calling for transparency, where everybody is calling for accountability, nobody does that except Mayor Rodrigo Roa Duterte. Even the late, brilliant Miriam Defensor Santiago saw that already in the former president. Opo. Nakita na niya yan noon pa. Hindi nyo kasi nakita ano ang ginawa nila sa Davao. There are videos right now, no? Thank you sa lahat ng mga nagdi-video about Davao and everything. Kasi nakikita talaga ngayon sa buong mundo, ano ang ginawa ng mga Duterte doon sa Davao. Yun ang pinakamaganda dyan. Hindi na ngayon, hindi ka na makaano ngayon. Wala ka nang magawa kasi makikita na sa mga iba't ibang video ngayon available for everybody to peruse or to watch na ang ginawa talaga ng mga Duterte in as far as Davao is concerned ay hindi mo talaga sila mababayaran ng kahit anumang halaga ng salapi or anuman. Totoo yan. Yan po yung punto de vista dyan mga kababayan. Oo. Dito na siguro. Kasi walang ano eh. Hanap muna ako ng upuan ko. Opo. So ano na ngayon? Ano nang gagawin natin? Ang gagawin natin is sa inyong lahat na mga kababayan kong nanonood sa akin ngayon, tingnan nyo po kung saan at ano ang mga flood control projects sa inyong respective areas, cities, municipalities, or provinces. Tingnan nyo po. Picturean nyo po. I-check natin. Let us do a collective, let us engage in a collective action in order to show to the world what accountability are those individuals should face. Ganon. Tingnan nyo guys, ang dami. You only need, you not only need to open your eyes, but try to look around. Look around. Be critical and engage. Picturean ninyo yung mga ano dyan, mga projects na yan. Videohan nyo yung mga projects na yan. Let us try to flood. Let us not try. Let us flood the social media platforms. Let us flood different platforms and show to them what the power of citizenry truly is. Totoo. Maluloka yan sila lahat. Kasi akala nila, tayong mga Pilipino, we are only mum. That we are mum about what's happening in our country. Well, not anymore. We shouldn't be mum at all. We should be part of what seemed to be a strong dissent coming from the entire Filipino people. Yan yung totoo. Bata pa ako sabi ni Merl Rose Place, taga Davao ko, bata pa ko, same streets, taga Baha sa Davao, pero mawala na po dayon. Dili gadugi ang tubig because that's what you call flowing may term na eh. Parang flowing lang flood because let's say for example, there are flood control projects that in place already to control floods. There are passing flood, basta na term gang. There's really a terminology kung ang flood magstay na for an extended number of time. Let's say for example, kay na sila yung drainage na full na yun, na overwhelm sa the amount of water na stock dito, no? So overflow na siya. Napoy ka ng murag, na-term na lagigang, nasa sa tips sa akong dila na, mula bayra ang flood ba, dili siya mo stay. Na-term anak. And that's already common na ganon. Muhupa ra siya, hindi siya mo stay for weeks or days. Aldo, wala pa ko kakuan, Aldo, ako padulong. So yan po, let's do it. Correct, let's do it. It is our time to be part of a collective action to demand accountability. Na totoo lang, maloka yan sila lahat. Akala kasi nitong mga taong ito, they're supposed to represent their constituencies. They're supposed to represent the very society that they are running for, to serve. Baka nakalimutan nila, to serve. Hindi po maging amo, but to serve. You're supposed to recognize that your constituencies, in this case, the Filipino people, by the way, mga kababayan, ladies and gentlemen, the Filipino people po ang inyong amo. Hindi po yung kapartido ninyo, hindi po yung colleague ninyo sa Congress, or hindi po yung mga contractors na kasabwat ninyo sa mga projects para ibigay nyo lang sa kanila. Hindi po. Ang totoong amo nyo po ay ang mamamayang Pilipino. Wala pong iba, kundi ang mamamayang Pilipino, mga kababayan. So, wag na wag po ninyo kaming paandaran dyan sa mga katarantaduhang mga pinagsasabi ninyo ng mga we don't owe, can you imagine, we don't owe the Filipino people anything. Huh? Come again?
Het volgende station is Amersfoort
Sure ka?
Centraal. Station
Eskwela kag mga
Amersfoort Centraal.
dagkong university, mura na yung mga istorya. That's all you can say? Really? You don't own any? You don't owe anything? The Filipino people? No, let me say this to you with a straight face. You owe everything. Literally. You owe everything that you have to the entire Filipino people, especially those who are taxpayers. So, my dear ladies and gentlemen, ma'am, sir, wag na wag po niyong gawing bobo ang mga Pilipino kasi hindi po bobo ang Pilipino. Alam na po nila ang nangyayari. In fact, marami na po silang alam. Hindi lang nila sinasabi kasi they will be silenced once they start talking. Because some of them are working with different government agencies. Nagtakot sila matanggal. Oh. So, I think it's time. It's about time for us to demand accountability. Kasi wala po sila kung wala tayo. Na totoo lang. Just a reminder to those who are saying
Beste reizigers, dit is de Sprinter.
to those who are saying na you don't owe anything sa mga Pilipino. Actually, you owe everything sa mga Pilipino. So wag na wag po kayong magpaandar ng mga statement na ganyan. Kasi hindi po yan totoo. Baka hindi nyo po alam. Yan, tingnan nyo yung mga video na lumalabas na ngayon sa mga video, pictures, kung ano-ano man different content creator. I-share nyo yan. I-share yan natin lahat. Tingnan natin kung hindi ba nila makita. Di ba si PRRD, ginawa nila na, well, not entirely based on media accounts yung case ni PRRD. That's already expressed by the lead counsel of Attorney Nicholas Kaufman. But it has been already, according to Nicholas Kaufman, sinabi niya that one of the comments or one of the things that were raised with respect to the ICC doon sa prosecution nila ng individuals is that they are doing everything based on media accounts. It all starts with sa media accounts, mga kababayan. So that's one of the critics hurled against the ICC. Dito naman sa atin, kung may mga media accounts showing or saying na yung mga nangyayari pala dyan sa atin are all evidenced by different videos or pictures or whatnot, no? Na talagang the proper presentation kung ano nangyayari dito sa ating bansa, why not? 'Di ba? Why not coconut? Oh. Yan. Kasi sobra na kasing kakapal ng mukha eh. So yun po ang aking masasabi, mga kababayan, na wala naman akong iba nang masabi ngayon kung hindi ang yun lang ako masasabi kasi I'm just a little bit pissed by the fact na parang wala naman tayong karapatan na pala magsalita. Parang tayo pa yung may kasalanan nito. Naunsa naman tao ni. So, yun po ang pinaka-importante dyan. Na dapat natin pagtuunan ng pansin. So, okay. Yung latest update po, meron ako nakitang comment ni Garcia about sa latest update po doon sa ICC, no? They are only submissions of the victims, OPCV, and at the same time the prosecution with respect to the organization of hearing charges. So they're basically saying the same thing as what the defense already made mention about, that they're going to have a 30 minutes opening statement and then 3 to 4 hours with respect to legal issues, discussion of legal issues, and then another 30 minutes of closing statements. Again, mga kababayan, if you want to, 4 na araw po yung confirmation of charges to hearing ni PRRD. It's starting from the 22nd to the 26th. So if you want to be present inside mismo doon to witness that, you can also register online. You can check the ICC website on how you're going to register online and how you're going to be able to be there and inside present. So you can do that basically. Yeah. I will write something about that later on. And then more of it are saan ba to? Then observations also of the OPCV with respect to the request of the defense to disqualify Chief Prosecutor Khan. So which the OPCV is asking the appeals chamber to reject the request of the defense team to disqualify Chief Prosecutor Khan. In the same way that of course, the Office of the Prosecutor asked also the appeals chamber to reject the request of the defense to disqualify Chief Prosecutor Khan. But again, mga kababayan, let us not forget that the appeals chamber already has designated a presiding judge to adjudicate or to look into the request of the defense to disqualify Chief Prosecutor Khan. But these things do not have immediate or do not really affect the case. And I think the preparation of the defense team of PRRD, just an opinion on my side, is basically zoomed into right now the confirmation of charges hearing. I think next week, mga kababayan, in God's grace, and hopefully it is already written with respect to the destiny of the former president, that next week, mga kababayan, we will hear a positive response or a decision galing sa Pretrial Chamber to conform the request or the arguments presented by the defense team with respect to the renewed motion ng interim release. Sana po, sinabi na din po ni Atty. Nicholas Kaufman, the lead counsel of former President Rodrigo Roa Duterte, that we should not stop praying, no? We should not stop praying, we should not stop having faith to the judicial process, and we should remain steadfast and resolute in showing our unwavering love and support to the former President Rodrigo Roa Duterte. Wala po tayong magagawa bilang isang supporter or supporters ng dating Pangulo. What we can do is really to be stoic and control the things within our control, our emotions, how we react, what we can accomplish as supporters on the side of with respect to the case of the former president before the ICC. Yun lang po ang magagawa natin, mga kababayan. So let us not move away from what we have control over. So salamat po sa inyong lahat na mga nakikinig, no. Sana po i-share niyo itong live na ito, comment, mag-engage kayo para it will reach to the respective individuals para makarealize naman sila, ay oo nga no, contractors tayo. Bakit kaya ang yayaman natin? Bakit kaya tayo palagi ang nananalo sa mga projects, sa mga biddings? Bakit kaya, are we already, did we become greedy? Or don't we have any moral compass anymore? Hindi na ba tayo naaawa sa mga mamamayang Pilipino? Are we already, how do you say that? Parang marami na ba tayong batas na nilabag? You know, let us try to be human. Amidst all of our richness and everything, whatever it is that we have at hand, let us be human. Let us try to become better citizens para sa ating bayan at para sa lalo na sa mga taong nasa laylayan. We need to become the voice of these individuals. Lalong-lalo na yung walang mga platform, lalong-lalo na yung mga hindi kinikilala ng mga taong nasa gobyerno, lalo nasa posisyon kasi normal lang naman sila na individual. Kaya we need to act as collectively as citizens in order for us to be more, how do I say that? The bearer of the much needed change ng ating bansa. Oh. Hanggang 6 lang po yung Duterte Street. Pasensya na po sa inyo. Hindi ako makapunta mga kababayan. Pasensya din po ako sa inyo mga kababayan kung hindi man ako masyadong nakaka-live na kasi marami po talaga akong kailangang how do I say that? I need to look into Opo. So, ano pa ba? Ano ba yung mga questions ninyo? Hello? Anraco Arancon, Mona Lisa, how are you? Okay, sabi ni Mama Jen L. Ang pera ng bayan dapat mapunta sa taong hindi ng mga buwayang private contract. Correct, exactly. Sana government through DPWH ay humawak ng mga project. Exactly. Why do we need? Why is this practice like this? Diba? Yun yung punto ko talaga mga kababayan, honestly. Sabi ni Debbie, ang gasweldo nila are Filipino people. They don't recognize the meaning. They don't deserve the public to be public servant. Kaya wala sila kasabot being public servant. All they think is corruption, which is happening right now. Correct. I agree. Oo. So, yun po ang ano.
Als je zo hoog naar boven kijkt, dan ja.
Oh, sorry. Ang daming mga kababayan na hindi nag-aaral yun. Oh, yun, exactly, hindi nag-aaral. Yung iba pa nga, ang yayaman-yaman nila, pero scholar pa sila. 50% off pa. Ang yaman nyo na, di ba? Bakit nagpa-scholar pa kayo? In time. Pero tawag doon sa flood na parang hindi siya matagal magstay. Kalimutan ko na kayong terminology dyan eh. Kaya ako naiinis. Oh.
Ito daw yung suite.
My God, wala na pala akong maupuan dito. Saan ako pupunta dito? Cannot sit here anymore na pala. Kakainis. Sabi ng babae. Bakit? Oh, sorry.
Wat heb je zeker? Ja, dat is gaan.
Wala na din. Can I sit here? Alright.
Kun je dus zomaar goed houden?
Taas ng buko.
Het is voor mij gewoon moeilijk. Het is voor mij moeilijk, want het is niet dat ik gemeen tegen je wil zijn, maar
Okay, so hanap lang po ako. Ano sa naman tawag ka? Yes, exactly. Sobrang transient yata.
niet tevoorschijn te laten komen. Elke keer gebeurt er wel iets waardoor ik teleurgesteld raak.
Transient flood ba yan? Let me check.
Ik ga me maar gewoon niet meer laten zien, want het heeft geen nut. Want dan neem je het gewoon niet serieus. Neem het gewoon niet serieus. En oké, weet je, wat dan ook iets wat ik aan gevraagd heb, wat je voor me doet. Maar ik uitstel doe je ook niet voor mij. Dat is de hele grap en jezelf doe je niks. Als ik je iets vraag, doe je het ook wat. Dus wat is nou de oordeel precies?
Flash flood. Flash flood ba yan? Hindi.
Wat is het oordeel?
Flash flood ba yan? Yes. Puro corrupt na lang talaga sila lahat palagi, mga kababayan. Super corrupt na ang mga tao. Sabi nila, Pindoy. So, kumusta po kayong lahat mga kababayan? Ano po mga kaganapan natin? May passage pa yung water. Non-receding flood. Kaya yun na ngayon, kaya nagustuhan ko talaga yung ang cute lang. So ano po mga kaganapan natin sa mga araw? Ilang minuto pa yung travel? Hello Arlene, CRNR from United States. Fluvial flood. Hindi, flash flood na lang. I think the right term is flash flood. Ano na-miss ko ba? Hi City, how are you? Per months na sa Monday, no? Can you imagine? So, yun na nga po mga kababayan, no? Localized surface flooding. I will ask for later. Hindi kasi ako expert niyan kasi. So, I don't know. Hello, watching from Delft. Balikbayan Bus, Decor. Hello, ma'am. How are you? So, hindi siya flash flood. I think surface. Basta there's a term for that. I will ask. Yes, mayaman naman talaga tayo, ma'am. Kung wala lang corruption. Totoo yan. Taga Surigao, malapit Fiesta September 10. Hello, Imelda Betanzos. Shout out to you, ma'am. How are you? Okay lang naman. Awa ng Diyos, anak Pilsi. Kamusta po kayong lahat? Exciting nga guys kasi alam nyo, exciting talaga guys kasi ayan, I have a very positive feeling na positive lang naman kasi palagi yung iniisip ko guys na yung decision sa interim release ni PRRD is positive in the sense that he will be given the interim release and yung naisip ko talaga I'm so excited about that idea na mabasa ko sa website mismo ng ICC or sa announcements nila na they grant the interim release. My God, nakakilabot talaga. So let us try to i-share nyo itong live na to guys, ha. I-share ninyong lahat. And then what's your reaction about Mayor Isko meeting up with Chua? Do you have any reaction whatsoever? Super Showdown. Bete ng mga taga-butuan po din si Ma'am Aral Cadorna. Saan po ang batas pa rin para sa ito? Totoo. Hello. Duterte na naman yung flood control, di ba? Okay.
Look at still.
Sorry.
Oh, sorry.
Okay. Ay, salamat. Thank you, Mom. Thank you po, Ma'am Helen Elpos. I love you too. God bless you too po. Thank you po. I'm just doing my best to do the best I can, especially when it comes to, helping my country and my countrymen. Yun lang naman talaga ang magagawa ko, Ma'am. Wala pa ibang pwedeng gawin kung hindi ang magpakita ng pagsuporta at pagmamahal para sa ilang bayan ko. Yes. Wala po talaga ibang magawa, kundi yan lang po talaga. Kasi, yun naman talaga. Good afternoon, good evening. Wala pong visit today pag weekends. Thank you very much. Hello, Rosie Vake. How are you? A shout out from Singapore. Be safe kayo dyan. Hello, Jane Abs from Singapore. Hi to you.
Yeah.
Watching the United Kingdom. Hello, everyone. Ah, si Lucky Charm. Hi, Lucky Charm. How are you? Anong ganap dyan sa United Kingdom? Na-enjoy ba niyo mo ang ganap diha?
Ja, ik studeer. Studeer op het HBO. Ja, programmeeropleiding.
Helaas helemaal weinig verstand.
Nou, dat is ook wel ook weer natuurlijk. Programmeren is kan wel wat talen. Python, HTML, ja, dat is gewoon echt niet.
Di man din na siya makagawas din na kanang, for example, mag-grant ang iyang interim release, di naman na ora-orada dayon. They are going to make necessary arrangement with respect to marami pang mangyayari yan kang for example, mag-grant pa yung interim release niya, hindi niya ora-orada at that moment makagawas din siya. Mag-set pagkano siyang adlaw, anak, mag-motion for reconsideration pang prosecution, not unless if it comes with finality already. Yan, taas pa na gang.
Maar ja, als de opleiding toch net af van de dat is een veel gebruik gemaakt wordt van planmodellen. Weet je wat het is? Planmodel? Nee. Planmodel is maar de
So,
nee, ChatGPT dat is een zeg maar een AI-model. Zeg maar een soort van robot.
so wala po tayong magagawa dyan kung hindi ang hopefully things will be better talaga, I swear. Mga kababayan, maraming salamat po talaga sa inyong tiwala sa akin. So, wala po akong magagawa. Wala po ako kung wala kayo. Yun po talaga yung yung parang that's the gist of the life, and I hope na hanggang sa dulo magsama-sama din tayo. Well, if things will work out differently or what, we don't know, then let's just accept what it is, as it is. Yun lang po. Sa lahat po ng mga nanonood ngayon, maraming salamat po sa inyong lahat. Ako po talaga ay lubos na nagagalak sa inyong pinapakitang pagmamahal at suporta. At saka sana po pagdating ng panahon, mabigyan tayo ng pagkakataong magkita-kita, yung po gano'n. Ako po talaga ay nagpapasalamat sa inyo. Sa inyong pagmamahal at tiwala. Okay. Gano'n naman po.
Ja, ik wil
Voor jezelf.
ja, ik wil gewoon kunnen programmeren.
So, meron pa ba tayong pag-uusapan? Yun lang po siguro mga kababayan. No? So, ang gusto ko lang po ipabahagi sa inyo, yun talaga yung pinakapunto ko ngayon. Tandaan lang po natin na kung meron man tayong mga question o kahit ano mga situations or statements, sana po, i-ano natin, no? I-ask natin yung mga questions na ito. At saka, ako po ay nagpapasalamat sa inyong lahat sa inyong suporta sa atin. No? Maraming salamat po talaga sa inyo. Tsaka sana po magpatuloy lang natin ang paglaban natin kung sa dulo. Wala na tayong mapag-uusapan pa. Maraming salamat hanggang sa susunod natin pagkikita. Ito po si Alvin nagsasabi lahat po ng ginagawa natin para sa Diyos, para sa bayan at para sa bawat pamilya ng Pilipino. Sukran po sa inyong lahat. God bless us all and peace to everyone.